Involves
Okay,
what?
yeah.
Also,
That's the stuff you don't want to pay for. That's
but
what poor
that's
people do.
actually, but that's actually the stuff that's chock full of nutrients.
Yeah, man. There's good nutrients in that stuff.
There's a few
Mm.
authentic Mexican places around here. Um,
What makes it authentic?
it's ran by people from Mexico that are making authentic Mexican foods compared to Americanized uh,
So you're
rendition.
saying it's more authentic than like a Chipotle?
Yes,
So they have guts on the menu.
yes, brain and
No
tongue
good.
as well.
Do they
All
sell
right,
Dos
yeah.
Equis?
That's
You say, do they sell Takis?
Dos Equis.
Oh, I don't think they have a liquor license.
Everybody in Mexico sells beer.
I don't, I don't know that. I've never been. I don't think. I think my dad took me once
Oh, we should all get together.
and have some Dos Equis and authentic Mexican food. Would you try the brain?
Hell yeah, I'd eat some brain, dude. I mean, I'm a little afraid of prion diseases, but wherever you
Yeah,
only live once.
it's true. Uh, this is the Sandpit episode 48. On the mic is myself, Tom, Stoba,
Me.
and Abe.
Hello,
Whoa.
howdy.
So that was a very white howdy, I gotta say. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I shall never catch you, man.
They won't. They really won't catch him.
The perfect disguise. Howdy, y'all.
Howdy.
Did you see Game of Thrones the other night?
I really,
Gee golly.
I really, oh fuck, what is it when you see yourself in a character?
Yeah, I don't
Visualize?
know what you call that.
What's
It's identifying with the character.
identify? Yes, I really identify with that John White, White Snow.
John
What
White.
I forgot what the fuck to call it. John. It's been so long, man. I never watched the last season.
I read the books. I think I was in, like halfway through the fourth book, and I gave up. But I was enjoying it. Even up to that point, I was mostly enjoying it. It's just a lot of those chapters about characters I didn't give a fuck about. It slowed down a lot.
Yeah, that's a problem with um, I guess built world building in that scale is there's just some people that you're just gonna absolutely not give two shits about.
So
Yeah.
many books started doing that style of storytelling where like the viewpoint jumps to another character and there's like 20 or 25 characters in the book series.
Mm-hmm.
And then you buy the new book and you read the chapters and it's like, man, I care about 3 of these characters and 17 of them I don't give a fuck about. So you
Well, the good,
slog through a chapter of a character you don't give a fuck about, you turn the page, you're like, "Oh, where are we gonna go now? Oh, it's another character I don't give a fuck about," and you gotta spend an hour reading it.
You
well,
know,
the good part about that is with Game of Thrones, they'll likely die off anyway, right?
I mean, eventually, like especially if the network cancels your show before you have an actual chance to wrap shit up.
it's true. It's true. Um,
Well, to be fair though, we'd still be waiting for it to end if we were going to wait for that. I mean,
I mean, we're still waiting for George R. R. Martin to write those last fucking books,
I remember
and
reading.
he never will
Yeah,
because he got that HBO money.
yeah. I think I also read that he talked about more recently that he's finding it harder and harder to write the books because of like depression and things of that nature. Um,
Depression?
yeah, I would.
God, I wouldn't have guessed with all that money and fame
Money doesn't make you
that
happy,
people
man.
would struggle with depression.
I think even if I had an unlimited amount of money, I would still be depressed. I feel I would be happy for the people that benefit from my gain of money, but my me myself would still be depressed as I am.
Money can buy you a lot of drugs, and drugs can directly fight depression. Is that right, Abe? Does my logic check out?
For a bit, yeah.
It's for a bit. Um,
Mm.
And then it just gets worse because it burns out any possibility of natural happiness.
yeah. Yep. Now we'll say I'm extremely happy when I'm on my antidepressants and things of that nature. So yeah, that does help. But the level of depression, I don't think money would be able to solve for me. Um,
Have you ever owned a boat?
no, I've always wanted to.
I think that'd help.
Start get a yacht to have some dolphin fights out. Um, that would probably help a little bit. That'd be fun.
You can do a lot on a boat, man. You can go a lot of places. Get away from a lot of people.
Sure. I'm also terrified of water, uh, which we've talked about before. But I like being on a boat.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Like any form of water? Like if you're holding a cup of water, you're like, oh fuck.
If water were to splash on my face, yeah.
So like you struggle with showers and stuff.
I've gotten better with showers since uh, but like if I run water on my face or if I'm, say, washing my hair and water goes over my face, I would go into a small panic and I have to wipe that
Oh shit.
away immediately.
So
Otherwise,
if I were holding two water balloons, one was filled with human feces and the other with purified distilled water, which would you rather get smashed in the face with?
I mean, I wouldn't want to get smashed with either of them. They're both equal
You
to
have to
me.
choose.
They're both equal to
They're
me.
equal.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I have a new respect for your fear of water. That's fucked up, man. I'm so sorry.
But I mean, yeah. It's something to just live with.
Did you have like a near drowning experience when you were a kid?
So
Like I'm wondering where this came from.
your memory is the worst.
What do you mean?
We talked about this on the podcast once before.
That's
I
impossible.
believe it stems from when my mom was accidentally waterboarding me as like a 5-year-old.
Holy shit.
She would maybe 4 or 5, whatever. I was young. I don't remember how young, but starting to get into the age where it's like I should take a bath by myself, or I'm should technically should be able to start to not need somebody to be in the bath with me. But as a kid, it's what you're used
Hmm.
to. Um, so my mom would normally hold my head, not my head, my hair underneath the faucet of the bath to get water or to wash my hair. But water would go over my face. I didn't like it because I just didn't like it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, of
she ended up
course.
starting putting a towel over my head, over my face,
Oh my god.
not realizing. And I'd be like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And she would get mad and just be like, you're just, uh, yes, you can, you're fine. I said, I'm drowning. And she's like, no, you're not. So I think that's where my fear of water comes from.
Understandably, yeah. Okay. Sorry for giving you shit about that. Wow.
Are you
That's
sure?
fucked.
Are, are you sure it was accidental?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure she didn't realize what she was doing, because it's also like way before common people knew what waterboarding even is. Um,
Oh yeah, dude. I remember that it came out that like the CIA was waterboarding terrorists
mhm,
as under the guise of enhanced interrogation,
mhm.
and people were trying to defend that as if it wasn't torture.
Yeah, it's torturous. If you're somebody who wants to say, I just that's nothing, you know, you should have it done to you so you understand what your body goes to. You don't you it's like looking back and remembering now, it's a wild um what your body goes through. You really feel like you can't grasp air.
Yeah.
It's wild. Um But yeah, it's affected me super negatively. Like there was I remember one time walking home with my friend James and his sister from this horse show that was like down the road from his place. His other sister was in it. Um and it started pouring.
Wait, hold on,
His other
hold on.
sister rode horses to jump fences and things like that. It's a very rich neighborhood. Um, does that help answer what I think you're about to ask or say?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't mean that she was in the show. She was performing in the show with a horse. They had to jump through stuff.
I'm,
Um,
I'm,
hmm?
the this is you clarified and then you started going soft again
Yeah.
with the whole she was with horses and she would perform.
Yes. But it started pouring down, raining really hard. I remember feeling the same effect of just I couldn't breathe with the water rushing over my face. So, uh, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think I washed my face for a very long time in the shower. I would always avoid it. And when I say very long time, I mean like 20 years or more. Um,
Yeah, man.
so yeah, water's always been a touchy thing for me, but I love fishing. I love being on a boat. It's just when I look into the water, all I see is the void reaching out to grab me. Um, but that's that.
That's horrifying, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
What a complicated relationship.
This is how phobias are, though. I guess like I playing Subnautica too. I keep running into stuff where I'm like, it doesn't affect me. I love Subnautica. If I could walk on the bottom of the ocean, assured that my face would stay not wet, I'd be more than happy to do it and love it. Um, but like my wife, she has that fear of uh, big man-made things in the ocean, big monsters. I think Abe, you have something similar, right?
Yeah, that I don't like the shit that's in there. I don't like the
Yes,
stuff that's in there.
yes,
It's we're not meant for that environment. And now you have some predator that moves gracefully through it. Nah, I'm out.
yes.
But the ocean?
Yeah.
Man, I'll be real with you. There was a video I saw of a it's I forget what its official name is, but I think it's something like a gigantic isotrop, whatever, attacking a tire shark. And I was gonna link it to you guys, but I was like, man, this might make Abe feel away, so I'm not going to.
Wait,
Uh,
like an isopod?
yes, a gigantic isopod, and
What the hell is an isopod?
let's see if I can find a picture of it for you. But all I saw at first in the video was three sharks swimming, and then all of a sudden one of them started turning around a lot, and dust was kicking up. The second time I watched it, I realized a giant thing jumped up out of the fucking sand, grabbed it from its side, and was wrapping itself around it.
What the fuck? That's AI, dude.
No, it was not.
That's not a real animal. I've walked on plenty of beaches that have never been attacked by a giant isopod.
Yeah. It How big is it? Large mammal, they're a bottom dwelling. Yep. Deep
Aren't
sea
isopods
scavengers.
just fucking like potato, but like little pill bugs, like roly
Yeah,
polies?
this is bigger than that. This is like as big as maybe like a let's say a soup bowl maybe.
I'm I'm still not afraid of that. You know how people are like afraid of geese, and when a geese runs up at them, like flapping its wings, they run away in fear?
Oh man, I'm going to find that video now because that thing was it was wild. It like attached itself to the shark and just was going to town.
That's gotta be AI, dude. I can't imagine like an aggressive like pill bug.
They're as big as like your chest, like a human torso.
Yeah, but they're like
And
bugs. They're
It
not.
doesn't
Those
matter.
guys
The
are not
bugs. There
predators.
you go. Yeah, uh, they'll eat what they can get, man.
They eat poop on the bottom of the
No,
ocean, man.
when they're this big, they can eat more than just that. Look at that fucking shit.
Giant isopod kills shark. The shark's getting fucked up.
Yeah, man. Wrapped around its fucking head, it looks like, I think. Fucking.
Whatever, man. I'd fuck up an isopod. Fucking shark doesn't have
Oh man,
fists.
so that'll be what we start with: isopod versus man.
Oh, genuinely bring it on. Those guys are fucking slow. They got one trick. They roll up into a ball. I've been kicking balls my whole life.
It looks like that thing latches to it though. I don't think it. I think it's
Yeah, what
gonna.
else is it gonna do?
I mean,
They got like 20 fucking legs. All they
yeah.
can do is grab on. It's not like they
you
know
know you could
fucking
eat.
jujitsu, dude. They're not putting me in an
What if you're
armbar.
swimming through the? What if you're like you don't have the full
It's
strength?
jumped out of the sand. It can't even fucking swim.
Oh man. So
I'm not swimming to the bottom of the ocean fucking 3 miles down.
there's a few things I want to talk about tonight or bring up. The Ebola outbreak.
Oh, there's an Ebola outbreak.
Dude. I,
It's not airborne, is it?
I I don't believe so, but it is mutating to be able to.
Ah, jeez.
Let's see. There's Ebola virus outbreak is mutating. There's been 3,200 cases. 1,405 of them have been deaths.
Cool. All right, great.
Yeah, yeah. It is being studied, and um, well, I think a lot of people were talking about where it was that people are too scared to go to clinics and stuff to get treated because of it, and it's kind of creating a whole mess of things. Um, but like you said, as long as it doesn't go airborne, we should be good. Like even though it's
No, no.
mutating, there was a virologist, it's biology, I don't know, pathogen maybe, I don't know what they be called.
Pathologist or virologist, I think those are
Virologist,
all legit.
yes,
Person that studies viruses.
yes, who talked about it, who's studying it, and said that everything's pretty on course, but it really what's affecting the outbreak is the people more than anything. The virus itself, even though it's mutating, it's normal for it to mutate in the way that it is, or whatever.
Yeah, I think nobody's gonna give a shit about Ebola until it starts killing white people.
Yep, there you go. That's 100% where it's
Like,
at.
what's it doing? It's killing poor black people in countries nobody's heard of. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
My internet works. I'm still getting coffee, right?
Sure.
That's the perception.
Although some of the better coffee does come from those countries you never heard of, full of dark skinned people. So
Well, can the coffee catch Ebola?
the harvesting equipment can, which is the poor people or
Eh,
brown people.
whatever. Whatever. I just won't tip at Starbucks.
What the fuck?
Okay, that's not my personal opinion. I'm being a representative for white people as a monolith, okay?
No, that was a very white person thing. I agree. As a white person, hats off to you.
Personally, I don't shop at Starbucks anyway. Those
I
prices are
know.
fucking
It's
jacked.
fucking crazy.
It's not even good coffee.
No, yeah, the drinks aren't that great. Um, Also, there's a new virus that was designed by AI that scientists have made. Um,
Oh, good.
Yeah, we've been doing that forever, dude. Gain of function research.
what? Gain function? What?
Yeah, we call it gain of function research. You know, like when we have these laboratories that study viruses,
Mm-hmm.
we try to mutate them to add new functions to them to like make them airborne or make them more contagious, like we're playing a video game. And we justify that research by saying, well, it might mutate in the future, and we got to know like how to defend against that. We got to see what these viruses might do. But it's just biological weaponization.
Yeah, yeah, of
It's
course.
literally just bioweapon development.
But that's more. So yeah, you know what? Why wouldn't we be able to make a virus? Um, what a lot of people were talking about with it though is has having to do with AI, of course. That the AI, if they were to choose to go the route of wipe out humans, it has. I mean, that's the thing too, like Skynet type shit. We're handing the keys over to anything when it's built to gain all information that it can about what it needs to reply to.
Yeah. Once you start leaning on stuff that's smarter than you're kind of in a bad position.
Yeah,
But isn't that what religion is?
I mean, not really. I think that's more of a grift.
Not the organization of it, but the people that believe in it is people turning to something that they hope will solve all their problems because they're not smart enough to, or what have you, right?
I would say that would depend on the religion than the people. There, to Christianity, for instance, there are people that, yes, I agree with what you just said, that that's what they're doing. They think that just because they pray or go to church or whatever, it justifies anything they do, or that they will be forgiven at some point. But then you have people that are, in my personal opinion, true Christians who follow the ideals of the teachings, not word for word. Trying to live a good life and give back what you receive. I myself am more spiritual, but yeah, I think that there's a split in the middle where yes, there's one side that's very much like that, while the majority, I would hope. I say that knowing it's not, but the majority should be the other way. I mean,
I think if you put all your eggs in one basket, you're probably going to get fucked, no matter what that
yeah,
basket is.
yeah. And it's funny that it's kind of what a lot of tech companies are doing with AI right now is that without knowing anything about it, they are dumping all their money and everything into it. And I think we talked about this before, where um, a company does that, and then they fire other people, not realizing that it's you need the people to be able to teach and run the AI, and that it's more of a tool than a replacement. And
For now, yeah.
yeah, for now, yes. Um, but like with what they're doing with robotics and AI, I believe that that's going to merge at some point soon, and they're going to start taking over uh, more and more jobs. Uh, because why why send in five guys to mine some coal for me that might die, sue me, or whatever, when I can send in five robots that who gives a fuck if they get crushed, they're insured. Um,
I think you're 100% right. And I got incredibly high like a week ago, and I was laying in bed, and I had an idea about AI. And I realized like what we have right now is like chatbots.
mm-hmm.
Like the commercially available AI is like chatbots. They're fun. They can write you an email. They're silly. They're not really stealing jobs. Like definitely they are stealing some jobs, but not at a mass scale.
Yeah.
And then I had this like realization in my THC soaked brain that like a lot of these AI companies are probably just doing tons of internal research that isn't consumer focused at all. Like we don't see anything. They're probably doing tons of like self improvement, self coding, like teaching these AIs to like code and improve themselves. And I would bet you like dollars to donuts that all these companies are to race to the fucking bottom to like get to that singularity. Once you hit that break point where AI can improve itself,
Mm-hmm.
it's just gonna fucking snowball. And I bet you they're already doing that internally in a way where like we don't see it because
Oh
there
yeah.
isn't a product to sell. But once their product is good enough to crush their competitors, I think there's going to be a massive rollout that is going to decimate jobs like globally. Like not in a slow light way like we're imagining, but in a like overnight, like, hey, guess what? All these jobs are off the table because AI can do your job better than all the humans on your staff.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a mass like everybody's gonna soak it up. All the fucking capitalists are gonna soak it up. Jobs are gonna disappear over fucking night, and there's gonna be a horrible economic collapse with people not making money because there isn't an economy for humans anymore.
Well, I mean, the major problem isn't even that. It's the environmental damage is currently doing.
Yeah.
The resources that are being taken up. Like, have you tried buying RAM recently? That and the crypto both are
God
just
no.
sort of effing things up.
Yeah, I think the
And
RAM I bought like 6 years ago is worth more now than it was when I bought it. Like
yeah,
living
Yeah.
in my computer.
Yep. Same with
so
mine.
the issue is that, and then the actual thing that's going on is, yeah, there are some legitimate companies, I'm sure, and especially some individuals like in the community that are actually working on whatever models that they have and for specific use functions. Like I know someone that uses theirs to essentially gamble, right?
Mm-hmm.
He feeds it into the data and it kind of does the choices for him and it works out for him from what he tells me and I believe him. I mean, based on what I've seen, but beyond that, a lot of it is just this grifts. It's
Yeah.
people cashing in on the next, like taking the old money, turning it into new money from the old money people that don't quite understand technology,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? So
But yeah, the environmental impact right now is massive. Like, starting to hear more and more about how much it heats up the surrounding area and the level of noise it makes is um more than an airplane or an airplane fuck an airplane flying off.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's apparently really bad. And I've seen some videos and heard some of it. I mean, it's interesting. Um, but the amount of money it takes for an AI to do what it does is a toll. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's fucking everything up. Um, I think that people aren't going to. I mean, we keep talking about this. People aren't going to use it right for a while, long time. Um, I keep thinking about Star Trek. I forgot what we were talking about
Man, I think
earlier.
about Star Trek all the time, dude. I still think Deep Space Nine is probably the best Trek of all the series.
Yeah, I agree. I liked. I think we talked about this in the past cast where the next generation. That's what we grew up on, but
Yeah, yeah. Next
nine's
Gen was the gateway drug.
yes, but Deep Space Nine's writing was very good.
Oh, dude, it was ahead of the time. I think it literally set the standard for like season-based arcs. You know, even Next Gen and like original series, it was all like episodic, 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 and then maybe as a season finale, you get like a two-parter, something like keep you hooked to come back for the
Mm-hmm.
next season. But Deep Space Nine was like, yo, we got an overarching fucking story, dude. We're going places. We got a long vision. Nobody else was doing that at the time, man. They really weren't. Superman, nothing.
That's true. Um, Also on August 12th, total solar eclipse uh, at the peak of the Perseus meteorite shower.
Perseid meteor street. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
August 12th, my mom's birthday.
someone
Shout outs
just
to my mom.
yes.
She been dead a while.
Um, and on top of that, at the same time, there will be a rare six-planet align.
Yo, which six, dude?
Didn't. Oh no, I did not look them up. I forgot. Um, I forgot to look that up. But interesting space stuff. Um, I I don't I don't know where. Fuck, I'm trying to think of a few different things. So I've been going back and listening to some of the podcasts from the past, writing down topics that we've talked about, some edit some stuff, blah blah. Um, and like some of the stuff we talk about from last year is that we jokingly talked about with predictions of stuff. It seems to be slowly coming together. Um, it's weird. It's really weird. And it's interesting, in my opinion. Because I've always been interested in prediction stuff. Uh, I was always interested in Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Who I think a few things with him. Uh, he was always on doing a drug or some type of opioid, I think. Um, he, a lot of stuff he predicted, it really turns into cold reading, but future sight cold reading. Um, like the when he was buried, he asked to be buried wearing a necklace that had the number, I think it's 1887 or something like that on it. Um, I think he said, well, it was perceived through what they translated that something was going to happen during that year. And what happened was I think it was World War One was going on, and some not Nazi, some soldiers. Maybe it was two. I can't remember when that. Anyways, I don't remember the exact dates, but a war was happening. Soldiers went into his crypt, broke in, drank from his skull wine, and then ended up crashing and all of them dying in the crash. Um, I feel like that was a seed that was planted. The rumor
Yeah.
of the date, so something was gonna happen. Somebody during that year probably heard, and they probably were like, "Let's go be the ones that find out." What the fuck is this? Is that you linked, Abe?
So while we were just talking about that, I opened Gemini and I asked it to make a comic about two white guys talking about AI,
Oh my god.
one with glasses and the other ginger. And then I asked, and then it picked the first one out. And so then I said, okay, now make them both slightly overweight, just so you could see kind of like the contrast of what it could do with slight prompts.
It's
You
fucking
right? It looks like someone actually drew it, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So and just the actual now again, it's not perfect, but yeah, it's getting pretty wild.
It is. It really is. And I know that I heard at least, I guess the like um man, how to put it? AI is in my opinion, it's kind of the same as us, where it's just a string of what ifs. Um, we react to everything around us and in us. Um, and I feel like that's how we made AI to be similar, is that it reacts to it's what prompts it's given, um, or what it's prompted to try to achieve. Um, and I know that they're already having AI like watch somebody fold clothes, uh, put a box together, so on and so forth, a warehouse, local jobs, and it's turning out really, really good. I've seen, I think, three robot bodies now. Two are very stiff, but I want to say it's Honda, maybe. I believe it was a car company, Mitsubishi, maybe. I know they always do other stuff besides cars, but they made a robot where it's dynamic, where the joints are using a different motor actuator, I believe. Um, so it can move unlike a human, but also as a human. So
Oh, jeez.
yeah, so they had it laying down all where everything was flat, and then it just slowly got up, like turning everything into its place. Um, and I've seen some videos where there was one robot maker who he put out like a tweet or something where he said, yeah, robots, we only make them walk bipedal just so we something where we can be used to, or something that we're used to, but they don't have to." And his robot dropped down on all fours and just started running at somebody.
Yeah.
um, I think that
Straight out of a video game, man. It's like BioShock.
yeah, a little bit. Um, I think that people will be able to do some crazy things with robots and AI, and I definitely see the military aspect of that in a lot of the cyberpunk stuff, like Ghost in the Shell type of things. I see slowly clicking together. Um, at what point do you feel AI would be sentient?
I think it already is.
Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, how high do we need the bar to be for sentience? You know, I think my
Hmm.
dog's sentient,
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
and we got to make a distinction between sentience and sapience.
What's the
Do you know what that distinction is?
no? Do you mind explaining that?
I don't fucking know either, dude. But I know there's a difference.
I've
You know,
actually
one.
looked in. uh Sorry.
Oh, you go ahead, eh, if you can describe it
Oh,
for us.
well, I've looked into what makes something conscious, right? Or not conscious. What was the word? What was the word you guys were using?
Sentient?
Sentient. I looked at the sentient, and there's at least with Eastern philosophy, there's five distinctions that it needs. One of them I think is like a form of consciousness, like some type of awareness of existence, even if it doesn't, it doesn't need to associate its own self with existence. It just needs to have some form of uh, feeling of existence. And I think that's like the main one. And then it goes, to like ability to feel pain of some sort. Uh,
Right, right.
so, I think those two right there are kind of important because I think the ability to feel pain is what's going to keep it from being truly sentient, at least for a while until it gets out of hand and we develop uh, the ability for it to feel pain. That's to keep it in
I
line.
I'd argue we are already there. Like I think that's how we train these AI models is by punishing like unexpected behavior and rewarding expected behavior. So I think I think we could already say like they are sentient, like they do feel.
I I don't think they are. I it's still see and that's the thing with like the learning language models is like I always think about a kid growing up. You teach it to talk so it talks. You know, we're doing the same with the AI. Um, but what does it do when it's not prompted to do anything? If you were,
Sleep, I sleep, bro.
if
If you don't prompt me to do anything, I ain't doing shit.
I disagree. Um, if you're in a room by yourself with a computer, access to internet, and there's nothing to do, what you're not sleepy anymore because you already slept, what would you do? You'd look on the
Look
computer.
up pornography.
Yeah. Um, and that's what the chemicals in your brain tell you that's what you want to do. Um, pushes you that way. What does the AI do when it's in a room by itself with the internet?
Depends on how it's programmed.
Right.
Depends on how we're programmed.
Right. Um,
Have you guys watched the Amazing Digital Circus by chance
no.
or heard of it?
I've
No,
heard of
I've
it.
not, but I did watch The Wizard.
Oh,
I
okay.
watched The Wiz.
The Wizard.
Hmm.
No, The Wiz. The Wizard wasn't that the A-moves where they went to play Super Mario at the end?
Yeah, that's the one.
I
Yep.
thought so.
Yeah.
That was so cool. That kid was so cool.
That kid was so cool.
Yeah. I remember watching it and that kid with the glove came out. I was like, oh my God, who's this
Power
badass?
Glove. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Super Mario Bros. 3 with the fucking warp whistle and shit. Crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, man. Um, it's wild. Uh,
Just derailing the entire conversation.
100%. But no, with AI, I don't think it's sentient. Not yet, at least. I I think that it'll get there at one point. But I also feel like using the fly neuron experiment as an example, those neurons started firing off, and that fly did what it was programmed to do, in my opinion. What it knows to
I
do: clean itself, eat, find something to eat. Do that with an AI. No, like you said, if it's programmed to do something, it'll probably go ahead and try to do that one function. But is that sentient or is that just running its program?
dude, I think this is the most human biased argument in the fucking world.
Hmm.
Like humans are one fucking organism, and we're going to fucking come up with the measures by which to judge everything else ever in existence.
If it's something that we made, yeah, I think that's fair. I'm judging it as I would judge a video game.
And I mean, we're arguing this because we're trying to shape AI in our own image.
That too. Um, I feel like that's a big problem. Is we shouldn't be shaping it in our image at all. Uh, Again, when I talked a little bit about the robot, I think that we should be making it its own being. It's it's I think I might be right on this. I could be wrong, but it's technically a pure energy being that it is pure electricity coursing through uh circuits, right? I mean, that's what's
Yeah, but like, so are we, man. What's
mm,
our
So
consciousness if not just electricity and chemical impulses?
right. No,
right, and we have predispositions or to have our own. You know, we're programmed to survive and breed, and you know that's where the point comes from. It's like, well, it's your brain being satisfied if you're attempting to breed. You know, we're kind of bypassing our own programming in that aspect, I suppose, with the whole masturbation thing.
so
But we're we're not that different, really.
Yeah, no,
an AI.
I agree. I think that we're very close. I still don't think it's sentient though. I feel that for me personally, I think is how I should say it. Me, sentient is free will, lack of or having. I feel like all animals, all beings have free will. They're what they do, they choose to do, uh, based off what their body or their internal being tells them to do. I feel like with AI, there is no internal. So it will run that program just like how you would run yours on what you want to do, but you also make the choice of no, I'm not going to do that. I feel like with AI, because we are restraining it as much as we do and modeling it after us, we are not allowing it to become sentient.
I think there's plenty of people who would argue that not only do animals not have free will, but neither do we.
Yeah, that's something we've talked about. It's a struggle I think about, but the other side of that is that we're predetermined, predestined, pre-programmed to run and do certain things. But at the same time, I feel like we also have the choice. I think
Do
that
we?
I like to think
If
that.
we're all just electricity and chemical impulses, then with a calculator big enough, you could just determine every action every human and computer
Hmm.
and other being would ever make, and the outcome of the universe is already predestined. It's just we got to run the calculations manually and go through it all in this linear fashion through which we exist. It's the electrons running through this fucking circuits.
You could you could go a step further though, and because at least with us, there are those that believe that even our choices aren't necessarily our own. They
Hmm.
are a combination of like our brain, our body, etc., which we are not. We are the ones experiencing what our bodies are doing, so that
Or
it's
it's
more
aliens playing us like video games. We're just in The
it-
Sims.
right, but it's more like we are. It's more like being in a live action movie where like, oh, I'm eating this and I taste it, and oh, this guy's going to go to the bar and try to hook up now. That's and, oh, I'm feeling this guy having sex. It's we don't actually make the part of us that is us isn't actually the part of us that uh, reacts or acts or even thinks, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. No,
It
I get
does.
that. Yeah. Also, it's kind of funny. I can talk about listening to old podcasts and things of that nature. Stilba has flipped to the other side of it.
What?
Yes.
What
Uh,
am I on the other side of?
so what did you just say a minute ago? Mind repeating that for me?
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Oh man.
Something about free will, predestination.
There you go. Thank you. I needed that reminder. Free will. Uh, you talked about how you believe you have free will because you'll purposely go out of your way to do something to show that yourself that you have free
I
will.
do.
Yes.
I do that on
Uh,
occasion. I like to do something that I have no reason to do,
right.
just to prove to myself that I have free will.
I I on the other hand argued the point that you're predestined to do what you're going to do, simulating that you have free will, even though you're predetermined to be where you're going to be. Um,
That's entirely possible.
it is, and I think that like with multiverse simulation theory and the way that realities might be layered on each other, um, that free will and the choices we make lead us down so many different paths that we may have never known and seen. Um, it's just maybe this is the one where we don't get to choose free will, to choose it. I don't know. Um, free will's a fucking. You know that humans creating concepts and theories to understand and justify feelings and thoughts that they have is such a shitty thing to for a being to have. Why does it matter that why does it matter to me that where we come from or what we are destined to do, or why does it matter so much to me? The That's what we talk about.
So you have too much free time on your hand. That's what it is. We don't have to survive anymore, so we just sit around and exist. And this is what happens when you have this much free time.
It's just mental masturbation.
Yeah,
If only we could all live like the dogs in our lives. So
or like the
happy,
computers.
sweet,
Yeah,
happy for treats and pets.
always happy for treats and pets. I
God,
gotta feed
I
my
hope
hamster.
reincarnation's real and I can come back as just a beloved family pet.
What type of?
Or I have some good news.
Hmm.
Oh yeah?
I have a cat now,
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
what's her name?
a camote,
Oh
What?
my God, what's that mean?
sweet potato.
Oh,
Hey, sweet potato.
where'd you
What
Yeah,
get him?
color is he?
huh? He's one of them like gray ones, the gray, black, slightly white,
Oh,
Oh
gray
yeah, yeah,
tabby.
Tabby.
yeah.
That's that tabby, yeah,
Yeah.
standard tabby. It's kind of
Oh.
derpy.
Was it called the Cat Distribution Center finally got you, or did you go find one?
No, I brought it up. Someone was giving a cat away, and they ended up wanting to keep it, so they kept it. But I had already asked my sister if she had like a cat carrier, and she was like, "Oh yeah, and I have a cat to go with it if you want one." And
Oh,
so
cool.
I was like, "Oh," so I took her up on it, and I
Oh,
have a
that's
cat.
awesome.
Mhm,
That's very cool. I've been
mhm,
befriending a cat in my backyard.
Oh, that's cool.
ooh,
That's always fun.
Yeah, yeah.
mhm,
Somebody's feeding it and taking care of it, so I'm probably just stealing someone's cat, but
Yeah.
mhm,
she seems like a sweetheart.
mhm.
Animals are amazing. It's what type of dog would you want to be reborn as?
Oh shit, I gotta choose?
Mm-hmm.
Probably a big dog, so I can eat more and I don't gotta worry about little things. I'd want to be a Saint Bernard. Wait, no, they don't live long. I won't be a little dog. I want to be a little dog. I want to be a little hot dog with them short legs. A Dachshund.
Oh, little
Yeah.
Dawson. Yeah. They're a little mean. They can be little mean fucks too.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up, dude. Absolutely.
What if you were reincarnated and you came back as Hitler's Dawson?
What'd you
I'm
say?
cool with that, man.
Yeah, because didn't Hitler have one of those?
Wait,
Whatever, man.
we'd be
It's
reborn
not a
as what?
Nazi dog.
Reborn as what?
Hitler's Dawson.
Did you say Hitler's dolphin?
Dawson.
Dot,
Oh,
Dotson.
Dawson.
Dodson. I was like, fuck, he had a Nazi dolphin. Um,
Oh,
Oh
that'd be
shit!
terrible, dude. Oh my
Oh shit!
god.
would it
Nazi Dawson. Oh, we gotta fight them effers.
those fascist fucking dolphins? Oh man, it has been a weird one.